Hey, so today I want to make another video about 8 mod mapping and different atlas strategies. I didn't think I would make another video on this, but after prices have gone up quite substantially and tested myself, there's a little bit more atlas strategies you can do. So yeah, I've been doing 8 mods. I farmed like 4 other maps now. I've tested different strategies, like at least 6 or 7. And these are, in my opinion, the best outside of ghosting. So there's no ghosting strats here, but these are all just regular strats. Anyway, so yeah. So here are the strats. I made this Google Doc. Also has like all my builds and like other people's builds for Magic Find. But yeah, I have all the atlas strats listed here. Just go over them really quick. First things first, to buy compasses in bulk, use PoE stack. I have it linked right here, very useful. Use trade website to buy scares in bulk, and use TFT to buy and sell 8 mods map in bulk. This is pretty much the only way to do it. You can't really buy 8 mod maps in bulk on trade website. It's just not really doable. But anyway, yeah, this is a standard 8 mod. This is the build I used for the 23 divines an hour. Of course, like after that video, 8 mod compass went up substantially. It's like 400 KS per one now. When I did the video, it was like 300 KS per one. To be expected, when your video gets decent amount of views. But yeah, you don't have to do this strat. It's not the only viable strat. You don't have to do 8 mods. Yeah, this was the standard strat I was doing, where you just essentially clear the map as fast as possible and sell your 8 mods for profit. And with average RNG apothecary drop rate, this strat was like 23 divines an hour. With the price of the sexton going up, this might be more like 21 or 20 divines an hour. And once again, that's assuming you're like max efficiency. Most likely you aren't as efficient as me. Your build probably isn't as fast. In which case, it may only be like 16 or 15 divines an hour, so just keep that in mind. Next atlas tree. This one's just Legion. So you can favorite any map here for profit. Stuff like Cemetery is good, right? City Square, Mesa, stuff like that. Favorite all these map slots for profit. Yeah, the Legion tree is really good. Even in Crimson Temple, Crimson Temple is not the best for Legion. Just because it still spawns a lot of rares, and you're going to get a lot of loot conversions from those rares. So this tree is very, very good if you have like a lot of rarity in your build, because you're going to get a lot of Scarab explosions, and Scarabs sell for quite a bit. Scarabs are really expensive this league. So yes, the Legion tree has some value. This Gilded Legion can also be polished. The only reason why I have Gilded Legion here is because it's cheaper, but you can run polished instead. Either is fine. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the Legion tree. Next tree I have is just essentially very similar to this 8 mod tree, but you're not running 8 mods. You're running Magic pack size sextant instead. Pretty strong sextant. This is my favorite sextant if I'm gonna have a free slot. Reason why is most of the Eldritch monsters that spawn from the altars are magic. So you get more altars in your map from using the sextant. That means more quant. That means more chance of divine altars. Stuff like that, right? So yeah, very strong sextant and very cheap. Like this one will never go up in price pretty much. It's too common of a sextant. So yeah, very similar to the 8 mod strat. Pretty much the exact same thing. You just clear the map as fast as possible. And you want to sell any map for profit. So once again, like stuff like Cemetery, City Square, Mesa. Just look at PoE Ninja. I can probably show you right here. Yeah, go to PoE Ninja, go to maps, right? And then go to tier 16. And then you just try to look what map is selling for a good price. So you see Strand maps pretty good, Tropical Island, Beach. Not every map is like accurate though. Make sure to check trade website. So you see how Moon Temple only has 3k, but Beach has 27k. A lot of people probably aren't buying Moon Temple, but people definitely are buying Beach map for like 5C each, for example. So yeah, use PoE Ninja, check which map is worth selling. Very handy. So yeah, very similar to the 8 mod strat, except you're just selling regular maps and you're buying 8 mod maps off TFT. Or you can self-make your 8 mod maps. You don't know how to self-make 8 mod maps. Essentially, all you would do, for example, is to give a quick example here. You would take like a regular map, right? You would just chisel it, and then you would just Valor Orbit. And then when you Valor Orbit, it has a chance to be an 8 mod map. You don't have to alk it. You just have a straight up chance to make this an 8 mod map. So yeah, you don't need to alk it. Yeah, that's how you can self-make 8-mod maps as well. So you can buy a bunch of Crimson Temples, chisel them all, vow them all, and you're gonna get self-made 8-mod maps that way. It's not bad. You can definitely do that instead of buying it from TFT as well. Totally viable strategy. So yeah. And pretty much the last tree I have here is just Harbinger. So it's like instead of Legion, right? If you don't like the Legion, you can do Harbinger. Harbinger has good returns. The only bad thing about Harbinger is it is quite slow, so it does make your maps a little bit slower, but you will get really good returns. Right? It's really Harbinger is like I think like the tree if you like are really low on currency, because it's pretty much impossible to lose currency when you're doing Harbinger. It's you're always gonna get good returns at Harbinger. So yeah, that's about it for my Atlas strategies. I really doubt I'm gonna make another video unless it's about ghosting. I do have a plan for a new type of a ghost that other people aren't doing. But yeah, I'll have this full Google Doc link down below, and once again, I also have some like my builds and all my Atlas trees and stuff, which I'll keep updated. More easier than updating like each YouTube video. So yeah, that's about it.